Okay. Well, I have 12 minutes of video time, it says, so let's get going. I've got this wired up. I got it pretty well assembled. You see the spider eye gear with all the magnets, negative, North Pole, South Pole alternating. The little black chip, that's a Hall Effects switch. That's about the size of it. I've jumpered all the wires back to the logic. And out to an LED. And I've tried to use a relay that I happen to have to run the motor, but it's not a good relay. It doesn't do it right. Any case, what happens, we just happen to be sitting on a pole where there's some energy there. But if I rotate this and you watch the light, standing right over the light. It starts to dim. You can see it's dimming. Now it's still lit, but it's dim. Okay, now it's out. So now this pulse from that particular magnet is null or zero. Now it's going to start getting a little brighter. Get a little bit of energy coming in. Here it comes. It's starting to get bright. And there it is, full bright, full bright. And so now that's full bright. So it goes from full bright to off in that cycle of coming up on the how strong is the magnet stuff. So now if I start the motor real slow, 10 miles an hour, you can see it's just barely turning. And there you can see the strobing as it goes through. Well, that yellow wire is just right in the way, isn't it? There, it's a little better. Okay, so what we would be seeing here would be puffs of smoke and the brake alternating. And in synchronization with the puffs of smoke would be the chuff sound. And then we speed up. You'll hear the motor speed up, but you can see the light. Maybe I can get them both. I don't know. That's necessary. I don't know. We're only up to 30, but we're getting a lot of pulses. Now this is this configuration of magnets is 4 chuffs per revolution. 4 chuffs per revolution, which we've never really had very effectively. And it may not. I may have to back it down to 2. But I thought, what the hell, I'm building this. I'm going for it. Now we're up to 40 miles an hour. Nice, clear, no problem. Oh, what do you want? My meter's gonna shut off. I'm at 1 amp. It's starting. It's flickering still. It's truly flickering. It's not going out as you see it. I think it's the saturation of the camera. Is what I think that is. It's not going out. It's still flickering. It's still flickering. It's flickering, but it's more of a pulsing. Like a strobe light or something. That's at 70. 80. 100. Flat out, 1.5 amps. And it's really cooking. But the trick for us is there's no banging and slapping, nothing's flying around, nothing's wearing out. It's just a non-contact sensor getting a magnetic field and triggering through circuitry to turn on a light. So far, that's all I got. Now, if I turn on the light, ideally what I should be able to do is turn on a relay that actually goes through up here we have it, goes through a transistor and pushes out an amplified pulse to the motor. Now, we're going to have 2 of those, and the other one is going to push out an amplified brake pulse. So we're going to switch between braking and accelerating, kind of. It's like in your car, you're jamming it from drive to reverse. Okay, not good in your car because it's a hydraulic mechanical system and all that, but a motor, is just a motor. It's just fields flipping over inside the motor, and he will stop and he will go the other direction. And if he doesn't stop, he at least pauses. He will at least come to a halt, and that's what we're shooting for, to pulse and then have a break, so there's a clear, clean air image of the puff, and then the next puff, clear. Because it seemed to me over 50 miles an hour, we were just getting a stream of smoke, and the puff was buried, but you did get the sense of the sound. And it maybe we can't get very much out of it. We have this capability with the Electric Railroad TMCC, but like I said the other day, they're $300 to $400 for a set of boards. And we had it with Mike's Train House, and those boards are unobtainium right now. If you find them, they're $300. Then the next choice for some kind of a digital control with radio signal is RailPro, and they have a beautiful software environment, a beautiful system. I like their stuff is about as big as this key fob for the whole thing. It's amazing. They don't even have a chuff. They can create a mechanical chuff. They can create a simulated chuff, but the timing is not synchronized with anything else. They can't synchronize the sound with the smoke. They don't even think about it. I've asked them 3 years ago. They still haven't done it. So my goal is to make synchronized puff and chuff actually work and do what it's supposed to. I don't know. Maybe that's crazy, but we got Robert's final diagram, which is really simple when you look at it. I'm going to try to... I got the sensor now, at least working with the pieces that I have, which was before I got this diagram. So what I'm working on right now is one of these, and it may be one of those, or it may be the same one. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but we'll figure it out and go from there. I just saw something that's interesting. I have another transistor, Q2. Oh, okay, I have to put that in. All right. Any rate, that's where it's at. That's what I got done. I built this engine. I printed this part, and I wired this up yesterday, and I completed the magnets. Started yesterday, finished it today. And this has bronze bushings. That's why you're getting an amp and a half sometimes. Got a lot of drag. It should be 1 amp. We should be able to get it to 1 amp with ball bearings. I'm sure of it. And then, so I'm waiting on the what I really need is that relay, the correct relay, and then I need to build this circuit into my breadboard. This is why I like this little piece here. This is not for engine building. This is for system testing on an engine. I don't even have smoke. I have a smoke. I have several. I have to put a smoke. I'm gonna build one. I got to build a couple anyway. All right, that's it. I'm at. I got a little bit of time, but I don't think I need to say anymore. You got enough. So we're testing out I tested out the transistor the other day, and I had it working fine. I've tested out the Hall Effects. I have 2 types. This is one type. The other one will work similarly. The other one won't ramp it up and down. It'll just come off and on. That may be the better one. I don't know. This ramping thing may not work. I don't know. But in any case, that's the idea. The other thing I can do is I can get Hall Effects that one sees North Pole only and the other one sees South Pole only. This is why I did this in this manner. So I could get 2 of those, set them up side by side. One could be the brake and one could be the puff. That's another concept. That one I think would be probably the easiest to do and most reliable. So anyway, there we are. Chuff, 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 chuff. Puff, 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 puff. Pretty nice little motor. It came together. I got the thin ones on this. I don't know why it's running warm. Oh, it's not warm now. Well, it was earlier. At any rate, 1 amp. I'm going slower, I guess. Okay, that's the show, Joe. Just got back from the rodeo. Let's go. Let's just call it a day. All right. More tomorrow. I should get more parts, and I should get more circuitry built. This is the final. I just got it last night from Robert. And we'll just keep chugging, and you'll see how it works. Okay? Later.